All right, y'all. So we about to listen to Jhood right now. I got two stories, y'all. I got Jhood's story. He's speaking on Compton TG. Compton TG was supposed to got removed from a situation that happened in the dorm in the jail. Who he's supposed to have dissed somebody area, and they found out about it. You know what I'm saying? And they were supposed to deal with him that way. So I want to just say, Jhood was right about an incident that had happened. Even though Compton TG got his own perspective about what happened, and we gonna let y'all hear Compton TG respond to this. But Jhood was right. Jhood got info through the sales, however he got it. He came to the internet like, look, y'all, something went down. You know what I'm saying, with Compton TG, and this is it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying. And me being from Compton, I had to, you know what I'm saying, of course I'm going to tap in because I want to hear about what's going on. Because you got the Compton cart, you got the LA cart, you know, and y'all know that on the streets, as well as Compton and LA. Hub and a dub, you got Watts. We all deal with each other. It ain't just like everybody's against each other, because you got some dudes who got family from LA, such as me. You got family from Los Angeles, or they might have family from Compton, y'all, or, you know what I'm saying, it's all family tied in, even though everybody got their own part. Like, you got Compton over here, you got LA over here, Pomona, you got, you know what I'm saying, but a lot of people cater to Compton, you know what I mean, especially the inner cities around Compton, like Carson, Gardena, Pomona, you know what I'm saying, cities like that, they do. You know what I'm saying? Diego, they like Compton dudes, man. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. They vibe with us. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. But at the same time, look, man, we going to tap into Jhood, man. And in case y'all don't know who Jhood is a dude, man, who been locked down for a while, y'all. He kind of got a hefty sentence, and he's still in there, and he bring y'all raw and uncut. And he give it to y'all how he's supposed to give it to y'all, raw and uncut, like I say, and he give y'all stories from jail about what's going on in there and keep y'all tuned in up in there. Now, he said it was a riot in there, y'all. A lot of people on lockdown in there. So just so y'all know, when y'all on the outs and y'all don't know about none of this stuff, all these riots and stuff happen in jail, y'all, unexpectedly, y'all don't hear about it. We hear about it, though. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's still going on to this day. You would think they would separate everybody from like races and stuff up in there. You know what I mean? You would think, hey man, just let all the blacks have their own cells, let all the Hispanics have their own cells, let all the whites have their own cells, let the Asians have their own cells. It's not like that though, y'all. They still all packed in there, and when something happened or when one race feel disrespected, it could go up. It could go up over a lot of things, y'all. It could go up over money. One race might owe another race money because they getting high, they didn't pay. It could be over a lot of stuff that happens up in there, y'all. You know what I mean? It could go up any kind of way. But he was just saying it was a riot in there. Thank God a lot of them is all right, man. It don't matter what race you are. Hopefully they wake up in there and quit going against each other in there like they're against each other all the time, y'all. When this color thing is, I don't know why God made us black, or why God made people white, or why God made people brown color or Hispanic. I don't know why God made me my color. All I know is I'm me, man. I'm my color. So when people clash and they, you know what I'm saying, there's riots and stuff in there, you just going against a color for whatever reason, y'all. It's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? And it's even crazier how people look at you from the color of your skin or something like that, y'all, and have animosity with you just because of that. Because if God made everybody the same color, we wouldn't be having these problems, y'all. But I guess he didn't want it like that. And at the end of the day, y'all, we'll see, you know what I'm saying, why I think as time go on in the world, we'll see why there's different colors and all that in the world of people, because who knows, maybe blacks is here to save everybody, maybe other races is here to save everybody. We don't know, but we still trying to figure this out, y'all. So at the same time, he said they on lockdown. He got word Compton TG had an incident in another unit, right, y'all, when they unlocked the doors or whatever. So boom, let's hear what Jhood got to say. Let's hear him out.
To the Most High, let's stop it again. All praise to the Most High, man. God been getting me through a whole lot. I've been going through a whole lot lately, man. With these women, with these trials and tribulations, with these police, just with my family. I've been going through a whole lot, and I just want to say thank you, God, for waking me up and giving me the strength and the energy to get through it all with a smile on my face. And I want to thank y'all also, because I look forward to doing this. I look forward to looking at y'all comments, so please keep the comments coming. Positive feedback. I love y'all, man. And y'all helping change me, because like I said, I'm not fully changed. I'm trying. But I appreciate every comment. Good and bad. Constructive criticism. I even appreciate the hate, man.
So y'all heard what J Hood said, man. He said that he's not all the way changed, but he has changed, y'all. And that's a good sign when you up in there, man, and you know you done wrong, and you admit to your wrongdoing, and you're trying to change for the better, y'all. Some people it's hard to change, you know what I mean? And some people it's not as hard as much to change. But he know as well as we know, when he come back to the street, y'all, it's even harder to change out here, because you still have people who are not humble, who ain't never been in this type of situation that he done been in, that he has been in, and he's still, and they're still out here and about doing the same stuff. And it's hard to back down from these individuals, not knowing, hey, look, man, you can end up like this dude ended up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them don't even think past that point when they out here. They just think it's just all a game and fun and games. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them do. The ones that don't respect it out here, they think it's all fun and games and stuff like that, you know. Until you in a cell like that, y'all, and then you really sit back and really understand what people been trying to explain to you this whole time, you know what I mean, about respect and stuff like that, y'all. And we just gonna handle it from here, though, man. But he say he changed, so let's keep listening to J Hood, y'all.
Because it's preparing me for what I gotta get, what I gotta deal with when I come home. But I didn't know how I wanted to do this, because I don't like to kick people while they down, and I don't like to put out no negative things, and my whole purpose is never to embarrass nobody. But I'm gonna try to spin this in the best way I can, because I really feel like this is important. Compton TG. For those who don't know who he is, he a rapper. Look him up. Shout out Compton TG, man. Shout out Compton TG, and but he make a lot of he's very talented. He got the song Closed Case and 40 Show. But my point is, he's like a California drill rapper. He gang. And shout out the South Side. Shout out the Atlantic Drives. You feel me? Those my homies. I love them to death. You feel me? Southside AD. I love you. I love them. 5580. I love them. You feel me? And that's where he grew up out. Well, that's where he claimed. You know, that's where he say he from. I met him in the county jail. I ain't never seen him over there, but he be over there all of the music videos. So you feel me? I ain't gonna discredit where he grew up at, but I don't know. I ain't never seen him over there. I used to be over there a lot. But like I was saying, he promote the gang violence, and he promote his gang to the fullest. Tat it all over his body, say it in every song, and the image that he portray is he'll fight anything, he'll shoot anything, and he's full-fledged with the business. And that his hood love him, and he love his hood. And he even says, if you don't know me, Lil Wardy, and you're not from, like, if you don't know him, you're not from the South. You feel me? He from the AD. But you know, they South without the South, but that's what type of image he portrayed. And if y'all don't know, he went to jail for robbing a jewelry store a few years back. And he had Calipat. He was just at Calipat on AR. You feel me? Man.
Now y'all heard that J Hood is giving y'all some info about Compton TG, comptonass TG, y'all. He telling y'all how he got locked up and stuff like that. He giving y'all a backstory on this dude, man. And like he's saying, like me, I don't know him personally. I know of his music. I listen to his music. I like his music. I know he's affiliated. And all I can say is, yeah, man, he took a big back step, y'all, and he got caught up for a robbery, which set him back. And I believe if he wouldn't have got caught up on that, y'all, on that robbery, I believe comptonass TG would be up there right now with one of the most top rappers who's blowing up right now. You know what I mean? He would be up there with the rest, and he would be getting his bag. He would be getting his money. He just had to hold on a little bit longer, y'all, to get up there and to reach that level. I believe the level that he was at, he felt like he reached his heights and no one was helping him. So, you know what I mean? By him being from where he from and how he deal with stuff the way he deal with stuff, y'all, I believe that he went out. And regardless if he did the robbery or not, listen, that's what they caught him up on. I'm not speaking on nobody's business. That's what they got him on, a robbery. And you know what I mean? Unfortunately, man, he had to get caught up in a robbery, y'all, out of all things. There was no labels trying to sign this dude, man. Y'all seen the talent that he had. Y'all done signed this dude, man. So now he out in the streets trying to rob somebody to get a bag, y'all. But like I say, if that wouldn't have happened, I seen Compton TG future as he would have been one of the most explosive dudes coming from Compton out that section. You know what I mean? He would reach them heights already if he would have just held on a little bit longer, y'all. But unfortunately, it didn't go like that. When he come home, let's see what more type of raps and stuff he got for people, and he will continue his legacy. But jhood just giving y'all some back info on this dude, man.
9 GP is up there thugging. Now, if you don't know, we've been on lockdown for like there's been a lot of deaths, a lot of stabbings in the last few weeks. So they put us all on lockdown, give everybody a timeout and breather. I guess while we was on lockdown, he said naps. You feel me? Over the tier. And for y'all who don't know, in other states, naps mean that's how you disrespect the neighborhood Crips. I'm assuming he was talking about the Compton neighborhoods, but that's how you diss all neighborhoods. That's how you diss Infant Doty, X4, 4 Extra. That's how you diss all their hoods. That's how you diss Big U, Nipsey. That's how you diss.
Now you hear jhood saying that by him saying what he said, y'all, he dissed other hoods. Regardless if he meant it in that way, which he probably didn't, he was just dissing the dude hood who he had problems with, not knowing that there are other hoods. Well, he knew that there's other hoods who, when he dissed that, when he say that name, that is dissing they hoods also, but he probably didn't mean it to go their way. He was just speaking to one person individually, but all of them took it as one diss, and that's when the problem started, y'all. So that's just what's going on.
Is Bino. That's how you diss a gang. That's how you diss all neighborhood Crips.
Yeah.
And they wasn't going for that. So we go. Doors open the day before yesterday, and they came out. And yeah, they said somebody from on the 60s went in there and challenged him to a fight, and there was a couple of more Crips at the door, and he didn't fight. He said he started screaming. He was sorry, and they said he got under the bunk and he didn't want to fight. I wasn't there. This is just what a reliable source told me. And one of his, not even nobody from my hood, just a reliable homie. So he didn't fight. They said he got under the bunk. And then he rode a kite. He rode a kite to the dude hood fella from Rolling 60s and said, look, man, I don't want to fight. Can I just roll it up? And then we just call it even? I guess hood fella took the kite to the homies, and the homies was upset. He was upset. And he refused to start coming.
And let me remind y'all, because I'm going to give comptonass TG side of the story. That's his name, comptonass TG. So I'm going to give his side of the story too, y'all. But all I'm saying is this is what jhood heard, y'all. So don't knock him for whatever he heard, and he just let y'all know what he heard. Whether it's true or false, right or wrong, whether the story is fabricated or not, this is just what he heard. So you can't knock him for hearing what he heard. He's just bringing it to you how he heard it, y'all. So that we just listening to his side.
Coming out the cell. Well, yesterday, I know this, the homies beat him. They got up on him. They finally came out of the cell and they whooped him. Now he on CR. And if I'm not mistaken, they finna get him again on CR. Feel me? From what I heard, they finna get him again. And they trying to press that issue for him to PC up, go SNY. And I just want to say, he was somebody, a prominent member, gang banged out, but nobody is bigger than the program.
Now he's right, y'all. Nobody's bigger than the program. And who knows if he's right or wrong about he's trying to get PC'd up. But I'm going to tell y'all something, man. When you're dealing with individuals like that, there's no way that he should be PC at all. Like, you handle it up in there, you know what I mean? Whether you run your fades with individuals who had a problem with it, and that's that. The next time you watch your mouth, watch how you diss other hoods, because other hoods also, you could diss them that way, you know what I mean? So you run your fades up in there, you do what you got to do, and that should be that. He should be able to stay on the yard. They do what they do, he do what they do, and next time you just watch out for stuff like that. But as far as him having to be PC'd up, I ain't never heard of nothing like that, y'all, up in the jail cells or nothing like that. So, I mean, look, this is something new to me. You know what I mean? And he should have people on his side too, comptonass TG, as well as whoever's trying to get him to PC up off the yard in the first place. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you have leaders, you have dudes who are at the top of them hoods, and they speak for each other, you know what I mean, about what should happen, what not should happen, how this should be ran, or what should happen to an individual. And for him to just say he should be PC'd up, I don't see that. Because PC'd up means protective custody. That's what PC is, protective custody. And for them to just put it out there like that, I mean, for a word, I mean, yeah, it's serious, but he wasn't meaning it towards them. So like I say, they should have just ran the fades or whatever. Like, look, man, I wasn't trying to dish y'all, whatever. We'll get that out the way, and that should have been that. But as far as PC'd up, I ain't never heard of nothing like that, though. So let's see what they talking about.
He was dissing his enemies who had killed his friends on the street. And nobody had his back. Nobody was going to want to rock out with him. Maybe they would have if he would have fought. But a friend is supposed to be there for you when you weak and you can't be strong. When you can't be strong, your friend's supposed to have your back. They're supposed to make a homie, not break a homie. And instead of them giving him a workout and trying to building him up, they chose to tear him down. And it tripped me out like that when I talked to the dude who was about to remove him and jump him. They was listening to his music, getting pumped up, bragging about how they was gonna end his career. They wanted to stop him from being able to feed his family.
Now y'all hear that, y'all? These same dudes who wanted to take Compton TG out was fans of his, and you know they was listening to his music, saying, "Look, we got to do this to him. We gonna get him up out of here." But y'all, listen, man. Like I say, at the end of the day, black on black, it don't matter what. If it was black on white, black on, it should not be going on anyway in 2025, y'all. Like, you always gonna have certain individuals, y'all, that's still trying to push that negative line, y'all, and at some point it's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Especially to your own kind, y'all. Especially you, the minority, anyway. It ain't that many of y'all anyway, y'all. And even on the streets, you might not never bump into this dude ever in your life, but when you locked up, you ready to take a dude out and go all out, and you with other guys, and y'all get pumped up, and y'all can't even have the decency to be men up in there and say, look, man, we ain't got to deal with this like this. We could deal with this another way. These dudes, man, be out running around like boys sometime, y'all, and that's real talk, y'all. Sometimes you got to man up by yourself, and you gotta explain to some of these dudes too about what really needs to go on, especially with our peoples, y'all. I'm just keeping it real, but let's listen in to J Hood though.
And they were excited about it. And these is your homies though, his homies. And it happens every day to everybody. It's just a messed up situation. So I'm not here to put him down. Everybody got their own situation. I just hope that he make it out, because I seen his daughter yesterday, and that girl deserved her father. She beautiful, and he love his kids, and she love her father. There's just so much going on. I just really hope that he make out this situation, and I just hope that when he come home, he don't try to promote the violence, because he was a dude who actively promoted black on black crime and killing. And it just tripped me out how you promote the death, but when it's time to fight, you ain't trying to fight. Man, I heard you fought before. You been fighting, but why you didn't want to fight these dudes? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Man, shout out to TG. I hope it all work out for you. Take it on the chin, and just hope everything working out for you, bro. On another note, Yellow Beezy's hitman, alleged hitman.
Alright, so we done with Compton TG, you know what I'm saying? We gonna end it there because he switched to something else. We talking about Yellow Beezy now, y'all. So that was J Hood, part of the story, man, and give it to y'all raw and uncut. J Hood is in there right now, so you know he not capping. He's in a jail cell with his cellie. You can see his cellie on the top bunk. He right there hanging out with him. You know what I'm saying? He giving it to y'all where he heard up in there, y'all. Even if it might be fabricated some of that stuff is true what he's saying. So we gonna end it there, y'all. And now I'm about to give y'all Compton TG side of the story. So y'all tap in. Y'all got both sides of the story. I'm giving it to y'all on both sides. I didn't want to just run J Hood without running Compton TG, without him having something to say about it, y'all. So I got both sides, y'all. So we done J Hood first. Next, we got Compton TG, comptonass TG coming next. So y'all tap in. Let's go. Alright, y'all. So now real talk, man. So look, on some Compton shit though, like we got Compton TG, right? And you got J Hood from Stevenson Village, you know what I'm talking about? He spoke on the incident with Compton TG or whatever, and he say that he gave his side of the story or whatever, but Compton TG, this his side of the story, so they got two different sides of the story, man. Regardless of what happened, what he said is that ain't what happened with J Hood saying, so, but J Hood did get some info about something happened, so he was right on that behalf, so something did happen for sure, so he got some info on that. He just didn't get the right info, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Niggas gonna twist their story regardless, but at the same time, I listen to Compton TG story right now before I'm finna let y'all hear it. Normally we just hear it together, and then I'll pause it, and then I'll give my reaction, but what I heard from Compton TG already, y'all, was he had an issue, you know what I'm saying, and a dude socked him, you know what I'm saying, and basically he was about to get jumped or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and the guards came or whatever, they stalled it out or whatever, and he stayed in the unit. So he let his cellie know, like, look, man, it's about to go up with these dudes, like, what's up, you with me or what, like, and his cellie, like, you know what I'm saying, basically let him know, like, I ain't had no problems with these niggas till you got here or whatever. But at the same time, like Compton TG saying, like, nigga, you supposed to ride with me regardless. And I'ma tell y'all, Compton TG is right. Like, regardless if he's right or wrong, if you from where he from and it's going up, you ain't no wrong in his eyes. You know what I mean? You go up with your homie regardless, and then after y'all deal with that after, you know what I mean, and you check him after, but when it first happened, y'all supposed to go up with y'all homie, man. I don't want to hear none of that what old boy was saying in the cell. He talking about he ain't had no issues until he got there, and he not beefing with these dudes and all. No, man, he supposed to get regulated for that too, though. You know what I mean? But Compton TG supposedly had this certain hood that he don't get along with, but it's other hoods at the same time who got the same diss name as the hood that he don't get along with. So they all took it offensive, y'all, and that's how he got himself, you know what I mean, in that situation. Was he wrong for yelling that out? Yes, he was. But at the same time, y'all, if it's go time, like he's saying, and he'll deal with the consequences later, when it's go time, your homie's supposed to ride with you regardless. And then they deal with you after. But by y'all being from the same area, from the same Compton court or whatever, you're not supposed to get jumped by nobody else. It's supposed to be at least a head up. You'll let y'all get your head up fades. You know what I mean? And you run it like that. Or if they try to jump you or something, the people that you with, they supposed to jump in and handle that with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it's supposed to really go up, y'all. But at the same time, like I say, these dudes be out here. They be scary too, though, man. You know what I'm saying? And they don't go up when it's time to go up, man. And then they end up backing down, and they just put all of it on you, like you just wrong about everything. You know what I mean? And they end up with excuses, y'all. So with that being said, man, yeah, Compton TG was wrong, but at the same time, whoever with him supposed to ride with him, and then you deal with that situation after. You know what I mean? So let's hear his side of the story, man.
Aggressive, cuz I know I'm the rapper, and I'm not finna let no nigga try to get no clout off my name or none of that. The shit that happened with me and your homies, fool, it was nothing like how niggas is trying to make it seem, cuz. A nigga and all that. The nigga socked me and then ran down the stairs. The police pressed the button. They made a big ass scene. They was trying to move me out the building because it was two niggas in front of me talking to me, and then a nigga socked me from behind. So they like, oh, it was a 3-on-1. I told the police, like, cuz, no, it was just me and my celly horse playing. I don't know who socked me, cuz. I'm trying to figure out who socked me, cuz. I stayed in the building. I told the police, no, y'all not gonna take me out of here. I'm about to deal with whoever socked me, cuz. I find out. I get that. I'm finna go. I tell my celly go to work. He come back. He like, man, I didn't have no problems with these niggas. I've been in this building for 2 years. Mind you, I was only in the building for 2 weeks. He said, man, I've been in this building for 2 years. And I ain't never had no problem with these niggas. And what you hoping until you got here? Like, damn, cuz you going against me? A nigga shot me, fool. I said, I'm finna go. Like, bro, you supposed to ride with me, nigga. Right or wrong, bro.
Now, y'all heard that, right? Now, his celly say, yeah, man, I've been here for a couple years. And he might have been cool with these dudes, y'all. Now, if his celly was a real one and he was cool with them like that, he should have had pull enough to go talk to them dudes and be like, look, man, y'all can stall this out. Look, y'all ain't got to jump, dude, man. Y'all can get a head up fade with him. You know what I'm saying? I've been on this unit for a long time with y'all, rocking with y'all. At least give me the respect to do that. He made a mistake. He didn't mean to, you know what I'm saying, do what he said or say what he said at that time. It came out wrong. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to got at them like that. But instead, he just got at Compton TG like, nigga, you wrong, nigga. I ain't beefing with you over nobody. So he wasn't rocking with him, y'all. Put it that way.
Like, niggas, we finna go or what? He like, no, them niggas is strapped up. Like, no, nigga, no. Like, I'm good. Like, I've been right here without you. Understand? So, boom, cuz go out. He go out to medical. He come back. He get off on me in the cell.
All right, y'all. So that's basically it. We gonna end it right there. We'll get some more info on this. So basically, he said at the end, y'all heard what he said at the end. They did what they did, and nothing really happened. That the celly that he was with in the cell left out. He probably talked to some dudes out there, and they probably say, hey, look, handle that, man. Handle that with dude. So his celly come back in there and turn on him, and they start squabbing. You know what I mean? He left it at that. It is what it is, y'all. I'm pretty sure we'll hear more about this. But let's keep it real. What jhood said wasn't right from Stevenson Village, you know what I'm saying? Because jhood said that he ran out the unit and he rolled it up and said that, you know what I'm saying, he got the guards to roll it up, and he was yelling and screaming and all that. I mean, come on. So he's saying that didn't happen, y'all. But yeah, we'll get to the bottom of it. I'm pretty sure most stories gonna come out, you know what I'm saying? But when I hear about Compton TG, you know what I'm saying, he a stand-up dude regardless, you know. I don't think he gonna run out or be yelling or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? So when I heard that story, I'm like, sound kind of fabricated to me. But like I say, at the same time, man, when you got multiple dudes finna jump you and doing this and doing that, it can change the mind reaction of certain dudes who've been in that state of mind for a long time. And some dudes do cur out when incidents and stuff like that happen. They don't be ready. When it's a 3-on-1 or 4-on-1, dudes not ready to take that 3 or 4-on-1 and just be like, fuck it, we finna bang it out. Some dudes will cower out and, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to deal with it like that, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the same time, no, out of respect, they could have given him some head up fades and then had to run it, jump him, and you know what I'm saying, finna jump him or nothing like that, you know what I mean? Could have got some back-to-back head up fades at the same time, you know what I mean? Especially by it being black on black, you know what I mean? At that time, you know what I mean? Especially if you're in a cell with each other and it's a black on black incident, you know what I mean? You ain't got to do your own kind like that, let alone any other kind like that, you understand? But when you dealing with your own peoples, you that scandalous enough to do a 3-on-1 or a 4-on-1 and bang a dude out, it's like that, you know what I mean? Get these dudes these heads up fades, man, and you know what I'm saying, go at it from the shoulders with him and let him know you stronger than him, you know what I'm saying, and watch your mouth the next time, you know what I mean? And that's that, bro. But yeah, we gonna stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel, man. Head of your business. Please give me some likes, subscribes, y'all, and tap in. We gonna keep it going. In the meantime, in between time, I'll bring y'all something new. Let's go.